What am I Jesus today or am I Carla? You guys, welcome to the exclusive interview from Breka, the People's Champ, the People's Choice Peoples. Interviewed by the one and only God in three persons, Carla, Marie, and of course, Jesus. Welcome, Breka. Welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm happy that my sister came down here to see me.
I know, right? Hey, how you doing? Oh my goodness. I gotta tell you, it's a pleasure to see you. I love you.
I love you too.
I support you. I stand beside you, behind you, and right now I'm in front of you. But at the end of the day, 10 toes down, like regardless or whatever. So
here.
I just want to let you know with everything that's going on, it is happy to see you free.
You know I can't keep him back.
So we'll talk about that a little later, but just tell everybody about yourself and you know, regarding your movement and things you're working on for the people, of course, and you know, just go ahead and just take the mic.
Well, my name is Breka Peoples. I have the organization called the People's Promise. I built that organization based on police brutality, injustice, voter education, voter mobilization. We just get the people out.
Okay. And if I do recall, you were once a part of, 45 Days?
Yes, I was one of the co-founders for 45 Days of Action. Actually, I had put out a call about Brent Mason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he made some comments about George Floyd. So I put it out. I'm like, this man is crazy. He done lost his mind. This man really said this.
Right.
So we was the little kids. The first protest the children had did. And they grown, but I say the children because they under me. So we was out there. Me and Amari and Ebony. We was like, we're gonna do 45 days of action. Amari was like, yeah, we're gonna do 45 days of action. I said, yeah. So she told Ebony, go ahead and make the page, and this is what we're gonna do. But I didn't last long. Because I felt like it was another campaign trail for Adrian Perkins.
Mm-hmm. Peabody Perkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't do that because I mean, we got 2 in custody deals.
Right.
And, you know, you going all over town all over Louisiana, saying that, you know, we love our police officers. We want to work with them. We sit with the grandmas on the porch. But I don't get it. Like, I don't get, you know, if you was an activist before, why you not pushing the issue of getting these men justice?
What happened?
We shouldn't even have to wait 3 months.
Right.
For nothing for Tommy McLaughlin.
Because it was actually before George Floyd, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was. It was way before George Floyd. It was like 3 months before that.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, I agree with you on that. So, so fast forward, most recently, Desoto Parish and everything happened with it. I know it may be some, you know, legal issues where you're not able to, like, go into full details, but can you tell us a little bit about that?
Man, voter suppression is resurfaced again. I was receiving phone calls about the paper ballots, giving to the black people and giving the Caucasian people the electronic ballots, and I'm like, no, we're not going to have this, you know. Then the fact that they have 2 sheriffs in front of the door, like, that's voter intimidation.
Right.
So, but we had Miss Mary Linda, Councilwoman Mary Linda, she put out a call for 100 men in suits to go out to the polls. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go out there with her,
right.
You know. But I was only out there to assist, like help people, because we had some elderly people there that couldn't read the ballot or was on canes to help walk them in the building. But I wasn't able to help no one. Wow. When I got out my car at the library, And I was so excited about seeing all these black men
Right.
in their suits marching to the polls. So I got on my bullhorn. I said, our black men are showing up and showing out. I'm like, I was excited, like literally crying because I was excited. Because I'd never seen this happen in Desoto Parish, never. So as I was crossing the street, the registered voter, she was like, you can't organize here. You can't organize here. You don't even stay here. You're not even a voter there.
So she knew you.
I think she knew me because I'm a known entity, but I had run-ins with her dad.
Okay.
With her dad, like a month before then, me and my candidate Brenda Ford, she's running for judge. Oh, she's gonna win.
Okay.
I was in the car. We was canvassing, and her dad was making comments like, "Brenda, why you wanna run for judge? Why you wanna run for judge? We wanna make stuff better. We wanna make stuff better, and you better be careful out there. Be careful." Now I'm remind you, Miss Brenda was pumping gas in her truck. I'm on the passenger seat, so I jump out the car. I'm like, "Are you threatening her?" Because I'm like, "No." What you mean? You're not gonna threaten her? Like, what you mean? What you be careful? No, you better be careful.
Right.
I said, because the people want her to run. I'm like, we tired of this. It's bad in DeSoto. People don't understand. It's real bad in DeSoto Parish. But the one thing I love, our black politicians, they stick together. They do. From my state rep, Colonel Cox, from Jerry Burrell, my police juryman, Thomas Jones, the city council. We all stick together.
Okay. That's good. So she is there, you are there, she's telling you why you're here, you don't live here, yada, yada, yada. Being a true Karen. I mean, hey, that's what she was doing. So after that, then next thing you know.
I walked out. I was walking out, and she was really walking behind me, like saying, like, you don't supposed to be here. Like, if you look at the video, shows it. It shows everything on the video.
Right.
Her coming across the street. It tells everything.
But you know what was so powerful to me, and I expressed this to several people. Of course, they called me because of our close connections, and they was like, "Hey, how you doing? Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm not okay." Yes, it was a very powerful thing. The men, and shout out to Marvin, because he called me. I'm going out there, sis. Oh, I'm getting ready. I'm just letting you know. Stay by your phone. You may need some money. I was like, all right. But because to me, it was like so surreal because you hear about the things that happen. We see movies about it or whatever, but it's just like for me to actually know somebody and see it, I was just like in a space like I don't even know how to even process this right now. Like this is not right. Like I personally know this person and he like, okay, so I was overtaken by it. But powerful, DeSoto Parish, they misstep. They took a misstep, and to me, in my eyes, like, everybody is saying, oh, whatever, broke the law, yada yada yada, whatever they may be. But your platform.
I'm sorry, they don't know the statute. The statute states that you can't campaign. I never campaigned. I never told no one who to vote for. I said my black men came up and showed out.
Right.
And most of the people said I broke the law don't even know the law.
You didn't have a shirt on saying vote for
none of that.
Jim Jones or vote for. Okay. Okay.
I didn't have none of that. And it's just crazy because, you watch the movies with, Martin Luther King, and you look at what happened back in the day. Even with my grandparents went to BT. And she was like, she always preached to me about how Dortor did them.
Yo.
Like bringing the horses in the schools, beating the children, putting in the back of the trash trucks. And I'm like, if I was out there, Grant, I would be throwing stuff. Like, you can't say it no more because when they put you behind there, you don't know. I didn't know what my warrants are. I didn't know nothing. All I know was my godmom called me and said he called her and I got a warrant. I better turn myself in. That's it. And the first thing I did, I called my attorney, Jay Florence. He also running for judge for Caddo, 81.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had called him, and I also called my state rep, Colonel Cox. That's one of my mentors as well. And I was like, these people is really trying to railroad me. And I really feel I'm trying. I haven't been to sleep. I haven't been to sleep in 3 days because I got my kids in the house, and I have my kids in the house, so you know I don't want nobody coming in my house and trying to scare my children.
Safety.
Yeah,
I mean, because
you
you
know,
have to be
I'm
concerned
receiving
about
death
that.
threats, and it's really unreal. It's really I didn't know where my warrants was. All I know was I had to turn myself in. I didn't know if I was going to get out or what they were going to do. I know they was trying to get me for a felony, and which was crazy because if they would have gave me a felony, I wouldn't be able to vote. They know I want to go to law school. I wouldn't be able to go to law school. I wouldn't even be able to get no kind of government benefits. It was just unreal. It's just crazy that we living in this time and we watching all this going on, and it was going on in slow motion.
Right.
I mean, I literally had anxiety attack behind it. I had to pace myself around the house.
I'm not gonna say I can't imagine because I can't, but the feelings, the unknowing for me, on my behalf for you, I cannot say they weren't there because they were. It was just like, well, I mean, I don't know. And people saying, well, hey, well, what are the details of the, of the warrants? I'm like, I don't know. And people literally asking, hey, I don't know.
It's a power shift going on in Desoto and Caddo. And I promised myself 4 years ago I was going to study these people. I was going to see who we're going to put in place because I got tired of fighting, and it's not going nowhere.
Right.
You go to court in Desoto Parish for a ticket, you might get drug tests. Say, for instance, you have marijuana in your system, you're going to be in jail for 60 days. You might lose your job. That's what's going on.
Wow.
We have women women that's getting raped in the woods by deputy sheriffs. We don't know how many more kids that, think about it. Our kids scared, they don't want to get no ticket.
Yeah, true. That is definitely true. I have to deal with that.
We have a lot going on in Desoto Parish, and people are not aware of it. And it's scary. We have people that's scared. They scared to come out. But what hurt me the most is our black mayor in Mansfield. He put in the paper that we can't march, we can't organize, we can't protest. So you know what that means. Like this is just like Django.
Right.
Where they have Sambo telling the other black people what they can't do and what they're not going to do. And I hate that they use our people to hurt our people. And it don't matter what our differences are, I don't care. I help plenty of people that burnt me. Plenty. I don't care what our differences are. We supposed to always come together.
Right.
We supposed to always come together. And it's that our people not like that.
Unfortunately, they're few and far between. And that's unfortunate, but you're here now. I think with all that being said and done, as far as your platform, I think it just made it even greater, even better, even bigger. I don't know about you, but I know I'm new or not even accustomed to all this, social media, whatever. So I can just imagine how overtaken you are by everything.
I mean, I couldn't even go to my mom's house. I wanted to go see my granny because I always pick at my granny that my granny still give her check to another well. I always joke with her like that. So I want to go check on my granny because I haven't seen her in about a week. And on my way going to check on her, I seen an unmarked green truck. So I looked. So I made a couple of blocks. I said, these people following me. And they've been following me. They be taking pictures. They've been taking pictures of my children. My oldest daughter, which is 16. And she's very loud, like me.
Wow, yeah.
And outspoken. And it's like, I don't know what these people are planning. They just think like this. They was trying to kidnap the governor. The militant group was trying to kidnap the governor in Michigan. What would make me any different? Brent Mason just put something on Facebook, put my picture on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. And I called him out on that.
Yeah.
Tell everybody who Brent Mason is.
Brent Mason is an academy instructor. He was teaching them tactics that killed George Floyd.
Right.
And he made a comment about George Floyd. We was protesting for 45 days. That was supposed to be the plan for his removal. He's not removed. In fact, he got a promotion.
I seen that.
After he got off. He got a promotion.
Seen that.
But his comments on Facebook would make me a target by anyone.
Because he said you hate the police, you're racist, and it was something else. Because I have receipts. Hold on one moment. Because it was several things that just really, really bothered me about that. And it didn't sit well. And I personally think something needs to be done. And, I mean, I'm going to call it out now. Adrian Perkins, his silence just says enough for itself. Brett Mason said, hater of Shreveport Police Department, hates whites, hates free speech. Wow. I find that ironic because, one, you did a whole protest with white women in Bossier regarding...
I was the only black girl.
Right, too. The only one. And you were out there with them, rallying with them behind a known white male who was literally a pedophile. He was molesting people. So how can... I mean, that's one. Hates free speech. You are like the poster child for free speech or whatever, and hates the Shreveport Police Department. Like, and I had to tell, no, we don't hate the Shreveport Police Department. We hate the pieces of shit like him and others of the Shreveport Police Department.
My godmama is the SPD officer, and I'm also fighting for a raise for SPD officers. And I'm not trying to take 4%. I think they need more than 4%.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I can't see how I hate SPD if I'm fighting for their raises.
Right.
I can't see if I hate SPD when SPD jumped on an SPD officer and their family, and I fought for them too. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy that he would say that. By him putting that on there on Facebook made me a target for anybody, a militant group can get it. Mm-hmm. And say, well, we need to shut this black girl up because she's being too loud. And
even those from SPD, because we are here quite frequently. We may not tell nobody or put it on Facebook, but the fact that, you're here quite frequently, I mean, hey. I was stopped on my way here, and I immediately text the two gentlemen like, hey, this is what's going on. It's like, where you at? You in Texas or Louisiana? I was like, I'm like right outside Mansfield, about it was a state trooper. So I was just sitting there. It was one in the front and one in the back. They was like, be calm, put your hands on this steering wheel. I was like, all right, call Hawk, call my attorney, and I called the people who, of course, trained me with my guns or whatever. His main concern was why you have so many guns. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay, this just happened with my sister. I hope, because they do that. So, yeah, what he did, he purposely put you out there. And I firmly believe he did it on purpose.
He did it on purpose.
Right. Speaking on Brett Mason, in my personal opinion, you don't think it's, oh my gosh, it's a coincidence that all of this happened, and then not too long ago, literally a couple of days, Tommy McLaughlin lawsuit.
Whew, that $25 million woke him up then.
Right, that 25. So, you don't think it's a coincidence that all this so happened to be going on, and knowing you're one of the main people out there?
Even about the person that sent me my warrant. Name was on there. Rodney Johnson, him and Ben Raymond are best friends.
Oh, okay.
So it's I feel like I'm being targeted from SPD, Desoto Parish, the Secretary of State, because they say he pushed the issue. But what I don't understand was we catch people doing voter fraud, literally doing voter fraud, and we call them to come out, they don't come out. They try to put toxic waste in our community, and we fought that too. They don't come out. But here you have a judge that threw out the woman, the case of the woman that committed voters fraud. That's his campaign manager now.
Wow.
And then not only that, we have people paying our black boys $40 to vote our Republican. We really, and they not educated to know, the Republicans don't fight for our benefits. It's the Democrats. If it was left up to Republicans, we won't have anything. And our people are not educated enough to understand what's going on at hand.
Yeah, I find that fast forward, we talked about Brett Mason, we talked about SPD. What is going on? Have that progressed did they answer the lawsuit? Because I know at a certain time.
I haven't spoke to James yet, the attorney James Carter with the Carla law firm. They just was going through a hurricane this week, so everything was down. That's right. So after I get through with this interview, I will call my buddy.
Yes, because I really want to know, because I found it quite odd and strange that local people were upset over not taking away from George Floyd, because it was a tragic event as well. Something that we're seeing too often, but it's like, okay, it's right here in your backyard. And I'm not seeing that energy matched.
And we still haven't found anything about Wavy Austin.
Nothing at all.
And
So
we can't even find his family. We can't find his family. I don't know what's going on with that, but we looking for it. I wish people would reach out. If they seen anything or heard anything or know anything, because we can't allow this to happen. Because what if that same officer do it to somebody else? We don't know how much money. We don't even know how much other stuff they covered up.
Correct.
We don't know.
Especially with them covering up the mayor's DUI and his run-ins with SPD himself. But yeah, we don't know what else they're covering up. We know they covered up DUIs. But yeah, we don't know what other deaths they covered up.
I'm so disappointed, Adrian. I ain't lying. I wanted him to win. Like I wanted him because I was so excited for us to have a young black man in office that's going to change. And it's just a disappointment. And somebody put on Facebook, it was in August of this year. He was running on the camera. He was going live, running on the camera. They said, "Oh, I hope you don't run turn on the wrong street." And I'm like, "What you mean? If you do, where you think I'm gonna come? I'm coming to you."
Right.
Like, don't think 'cause we beefed out, baby.
Right. And that's why I've had to correct people with that. I'm like, hey, me, it's just like, you do good, I'm gonna praise you. You do bad, I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up with that or whatever. But I think we have come to a society that you're loyal only when you always agree with me. And if you don't agree with what I'm saying or what I'm doing, you're a hater, when that is not the case.
We disagree all the time.
Thank you. Would you please tell people we have disagreed on a lot of stuff?
We did never hit Facebook. Never hit Facebook.
We have been like, Breka, Carla, that's what I think. Breka, I don't think, no, Breka. That's what I think. And you ain't gonna change mine. And that's that. Okay, well, I try to tell them, like, hey, I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with everything you. It's just like, but hey, if shit hit the fan or whatever, I'm gonna be like, wait, what you say? Now hold up, So it's just like, the people. I think that's real love. I think that's real loyalty, because if I fuck with you, and if I'm only being a yes, even when you doing some fucked up shit, I ain't looking out what's best for you. I don't really love you if I allow you to sit there and do that, make a fucking fool of yourself. Like, no. I'm be like, sis, hold up now, hold up now. What the hell? And we can talk about it. You like, okay, well, no, I'm just going to go with it because that's how I feel. Okay. But I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't pick up the phone and be like, whoa, what you doing? Hold up. Like, I would not be, like, I just think that's fake. So it's like this fake love, this fake loyalty. I don't think loyalty is loud.
It's not.
I don't tell you every time. Like, you heard through the grapevine, like, yo, Carla, like, I don't feel like I have to tell you.
We don't. We just have that stuff and move on.
Exactly. I got into her shit. I'll be like, I ain't finna give my sister that damn energy. It came across me. I took care of that shit.
And that's it.
If the shit got too bad out of hand, and that instantly did, all right, come here. Let me put some in your ear, because it kind of went too far, whatever. Let me go ahead and tell you this, that, and the third.
You know what's crazy? It's crazy that people try to separate us and try to divide us. But they don't know. We already know what they're doing.
Yeah, even the men.
The men.
That's crazy.
God.
The men is crazy.
They don't.
That NAACP Shreveport chapter. That yeah. That was crazy. I'm still trying to figure out how I became a member and didn't personally fill out the application or anything. I might need to call my state secretary. I have a cell phone number. I might call her today.
Please before we leave out, I'm going to call her and put her on speakerphone.
That's what I'm going to do. Because, see, NAACP, I think I went into that because I told you that a gentleman reached out to me, wanting me to be the VP. He also stated, we reached out to Breka, and he actually named Keisha. And said, well, you know, you were a little bit too emotional out front there, you know, out in front and loud or whatever.
Guess what? I get shit done.
Right. So I was just like, I said, well, you say she too loud. I said, have you been on my page?
Because you are louder than me.
Right. And I cuss.
And I don't cuss.
And you don't cuss. Like, I cuss. And then the person he was reaching out to me was a pastor.
But all jokes aside, I hope that pastor win.
I hope he win because they're gonna like swipe the chapter from him. That's why I want them to win, because there will no longer be a Shreveport chapter. Because I think it's a circus. I think the men there are, and I'm not taking away from men being emotional, but the men act like bitches. They messy. This he say, she say.
I never seen nothing like this in my life.
I've never seen anything like this. The fact that men want to give women tea on another man is just like, that's just a little bit too much.
Like, a woman talking about giving a man tea on a man. What kind of tea he got? Some curry tea?
I'm just like, and then to say, I quote, yeah, because we want to use your platform to engage younger people. And my words, I'm like, listen, y'all want me to be on this thing to run for VP. If I'm gonna run for anything, I'm gonna run for the head. I don't want this shit.
But you know what? Nothing wrong with being on the board, because the board, you make decisions. Because I'm the assistant secretary in Desoto Parish, and I'm gonna be state soon. So it's a stepping stone. And you know, I really wanted you to go. I really, really did, because I know you can change, and I know it would be no mess or no drama, and you would did it.
But I would have went in with controversy already on my name by not knowing
who did it,
like who enrolled me in the NAACP. And I was in Facebook jail, but I was highly upset and pissed off, because I started calling around like, who in the hell did that? Because I didn't do it. Because I was raised as one thing, you know, I play around with, but my name, like, no, I don't, because my name should speak for me even when I'm not there.
What about the address?
Oh, I had a Shreveport. I was somewhere in the fucking hood. And that's the thing. I wasn't even in Cedar Grove, bro. They had me in some, bro.
What hood you was in?
I think I was in like Cherokee Park or some shit like that.
Oh, that's my hood. You know, I'm 400 block.
I mean, so I'm like, shit, y'all ain't even got me in Cedar Grove East Side. Like, y'all could at least put a Cedar Grove address. Ain't
nothing wrong with Cherokee Park.
Ain't nothing wrong with Cherokee Park.
But that's kind of disturbing, though, for it to be over there.
It's very disturbing. So I was just like, whoa, you know, so I'm like, nah, it was just too much. And then Pastor Mays had reached out to me. I didn't respond, you know, like, hey, could you please call me or whatever? And I didn't, because, you know, I'm making my calls about him and the stuff I heard about him. There are allegations at this point, because I have not been able to confirm, but it is what it is. I mean, they can throw another lawsuit. I was going to reach out to his wife about concern for her, because I heard she, you know, she a punching bag. So it's just like, you know, I mean, I really can't just rock with stuff like that. So, hey, it is what it is. I can't be, you know, rallying for women, and then I'm sitting here running with a guy who, you know, do this or whatever.
You know, well, we can change that. We got 2 years.
And we are. Because I am going to be a member. And I am going to...
but just know, I'm going to stay in their business. Nothing that's up north goes through me. And I'm going to see what's going on. And if something not right, the right people would know about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, nothing in that chapter is going to go on. And I'm not going to know about it.
Right.
And it's not something not going to be done about it.
Right.
Because our leadership, which is the state president, he don't play that.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. When they came about the NAACP, I was like, oh, that's them people I heard about in school. Because in Shreveport, you don't hear about it. They do. Yeah. They don't do anything, and I understand.
I think it's just Shreveport, because I'm saying, our state president, he's always involved. Like, literally, it don't matter what it is, he's involved. He's involved in Lafayette. He's involved in what happened in Monroe with the state trooper. I mean, we have a good leader, like a good leader. But for us to have I feel like our chapters too should have good leaders, just like our state. Because if it goes from the head down. But right. I can't say my head the greatest, because he's the greatest.
Right.
You know, but I don't know about you.
I mean, I'm just like, hey, and even though, you know, Marvin, he's in it now, and Barbara, I'm just like, okay, but I just feel as a whole, it just needs to be just shut down and just like build back up from like literally ground zero. So I'm just like, my thought, if you really want some heavy hitters, the well done, overly seasoned members.
And you got to be a fighter.
Yeah.
You can't be a president and want to write sponsorships and stuff.
Right, and I think with that with Shreveport's chapter, they're more focused on the title with their name instead of the actions behind that.
But do these people know we get stuff done without a title? I do. I mean, it's nobody in Louisiana that I cannot call on, and I don't have a title. My title is just a Breka Peoples.
I mean, I'm Jesus, you know, that's my title.
I love
right
Jesus.
I do too. But I get what you're saying, like, it's not presidents over such and such. Like, we're just literally everyday people with a voice. I think we break the mold when they talk about, you know, their ideologies of what a woman should be, especially in the South. You know, quiet, this, that, and we're totally not like that.
Yeah, we loud, sis.
Like, we're not like that. I think I recently said, like, fuck all that, fuck your titles. I don't give a shit about that. At the end of the day, if you're not doing your job that you voluntarily signed up to do, no, I'm gonna say something.
I've done so much stuff without a title. I got so much stuff done.
Oh, you've done a lot.
And a title don't mean nothing. Somebody asked me that day, well, Breka, what you gonna run for? I said, I don't run for nothing. I want to stay in these people's business to make sure they doing their job.
Right.
Shout out to Lavette Fuller because she does her job.
Yes, indeed.
They better leave her alone.
They are, because they came at me about warning me about her, whatever, and I see why now. I see why.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they spread the same rumors about me, you know. On Lavette, she's a sweet person. Lavette just want to help. She don't want no accolades. She just want to do the job and do the work. But it's hard for you to do the work when you got everybody stabbing you, you know, coming at you. And I seen it for, and that's what draws me to Lavette. You know, I seen him like, nah, you know, this what she's doing, and she's doing this because these people, our people, now it's only gonna be a fruit to get benefit from this position, and she's awesome. She's awesome. I know I'm stuttering, but yeah, she's awesome.
No, I get it, because all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
All skin folk ain't kinfolks. And she gets stuff done. I don't care what nobody say. She gets it done. Even
for the SPD in their race, she fighting for that.
Yeah, she fighting. And most people like, well, how are we going to get an investigation? And she fighting for a raise. But how are we supposed to pay our good officers? Like, get more good officers in. Right. If we don't have the money for them. You go to from jump. So, I mean, we need good officers. My godmom been working for SPD for 22 years. And she's a good officer, You know, so I look at people like that. But we need an investigation. We need an investigation too.
I know for a fact, I personally know SPD officers, good friends with them. And although we have had disagreements about certain topics off the Blue app about things, and I've disagreed, whatever, at the end of the day, if I cannot say, oh, every officer in SPD is. But no, I cannot say that, because I personally know great officers, black officers.
But they leaving.
They're leaving.
We down like 91 now.
Yeah.
Within 6 months.
Yep.
They leaving due to the treatment. You know, remember last year, September 24th, it's 24th, 2019, when you had the white officers on this side, the black officers on this side.
The two different unions, the two gangs in SPD.
Yeah, SOD. But yeah, they didn't want Ben Raymond because of, you know, it's just like right now, Trump is in office. What's going on now?
A shit show.
Same thing. It's just like Trump in office up there. You know, when Trump was there, none of this stuff was going on. Nothing. He hold all accountable. He don't care if you black, white, purple, blue, or green. He don't care if you Shrek. You're going to get held accountable.
Right.
But it's like, what our chief we have now, nobody. Look, we got indictments on officers that not even fired.
Right. But who literally was laughing on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
About the situation. She was.
For lying and having a dog bite the family and assault the family, and they still traumatized. I would be traumatized. but they insensitive. And we are now working on some legislation to get something in place for them not to be on Facebook making comments like that. You know, the Civil Service Board protects them from saying certain stuff.
Right.
So they feel like they can do what they want to do. But it's not like that. How can I expect for you to protect me and serve me and you on Facebook making comments like this?
Right.
How I know you won't set me up to get killed?
But it is letting you know who they really are, but they
Yeah.
don't have any repercussions for that, and that's the issue.
Nope. And our mayor don't say nothing.
Okay, so we cannot discuss SPD without discussing the one and only Adrian Peabody Perkins. Now, going back to Tommy, the timeline.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. The events that happened behind closed doors, and then, oh, okay, by the way, this happened and this happened. We did not see any fault. Just as a whole. I'm just going to say the name and I'm going to let you go. Adrian Perkins.
I'm so upset with him. Man, listen.
You and half the city of Shreveport. Continue.
I begged him. Like I sat at the table with him. I mean, Doc Montgomery, Amari, Ebony, Precious, Whitehorn. We all sat at the table, and I asked him. I said, Adrian, we got to get rid of Ben Raymond because it's not going to be right. Stuff is not going right. He was like, well, Breka, you know, y'all keep protesting, do what you got to do. I said, please don't make that man chief, permanent chief. He was like, no, okay. Then 5 minutes after I left out, I got a phone call saying he was made permanent chief. Like literally 5 minutes after leaving out of agent office. Like 5 minutes. And I was on Texas Street screaming to the top of my lungs.
Oh, I remember.
I told Amara, like, you better call him. Precious can tell you, you better call him. Like, no, he cannot. I was in tears. Like in tears. And the statement that he made on the phone was he had to take a COVID pay cut because Ben Raymond took a COVID pay cut, and it's like that's not enough for me to make this man permanent chief after an investigation. Like you go around, you sit up there with Al Sharpton, you go around everywhere. We love our chief. We love our mayor. I mean, we love our chief. We love the police. Yeah, I love some of the police officers. But the stuff that they do is not right. It's unreal. It's uncivil. It's unjust. Like, no, it's not right that they beating the hell out of our black people and killing them and leave them in the back of the car for 45 minutes.
Right.
They don't even care. Like, it's like they're using our black men with mental issues as target practice. And I don't appreciate it. It pisses me off. It pisses me off that we have a black mayor and we can't get no justice.
That is true. And then to add injury to insult, his desires for the new Senate race, and to pretty much, I mean, I'm gonna just say it. I mean, he's like the baby daddy of, you know, the politicians, because he literally just, I mean, who is running Shreveport right now? Like
Jesus.
Jesus said he ain't got nothing to do with this. He ain't got no driver's license. Y'all lied on him. So it's just like, wow, the city is running amok. Like, the mayor is focused on the Senate race, and it's just like, okay, now what? Like,
what about our two incustodials? How we know it's not other people? I'm still stuck on it. Like, I'm still stuck on it because we don't know. Then y'all want to bring, I was against bringing the, was it the Bayou Classic here? And the reason I was, because we got to get our police straight. We got to get our police department straight because what if somebody come here with no family and something happens to them and we don't know? What if a woman come here?
And we are, and the city is already down by so many, like, what are their plans to make up for that? I think they're going to call the sheriff's department, but
the sheriff's department is shorthanded.
That is true.
You know, and you know, it shocked me when Prada stepped in.
Right.
Like it shocked me when Prada stepped in.
It did. I'm gonna go ahead and give Prada your slight.
Like his sheriff was like literally in tears. He was like, I can't believe that they beat them black men like this. Like the sheriff stepped in. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. And it's crazy. These same people that I've been trying to get off the streets, that's going through our neighborhoods with AR-15s, intimidating the people in the community, children in the community, because I walked up on them. That we've been trying to get them out the neighborhoods. Prada got them out. And
Is it that he want them to wash his cars?
I don't think so. I think he's tired too. I think it's more of he's tired, because I'm telling them same ones that went to jail. It was one of them was the same one killed Anthony Childs last year.
So be tired and have one of the SPD officers that did that killing to wash your shit.
Huh?
Be tired, and want to keep one of the good ones that are ex SPD officers and have them wash your shit.
Ain't that something?
You know, let them be one of the good ones. Like I want to see the SPD officer wash your cars and clean your houses, paint your houses, and work on your plantation. So until that happens, it's still middle finger to him.
But you know what? I understand it, but I'm happy that it happened. I'm happy that it happened, because I'm calling it them police officers, them two, Brooks and the other one, I can't think of his name right now. They was something else.
Yeah.
They was whooping ass and taking names.
Yeah. What was the one that came in after the fact? He was on the ground, like, slid in and then hit him at the top of his head. The white officer. I don't know his name, but I personally don't like him. And it's just for that.
On which case?
Tommy.
James LeCure is supposed to have been gone. He was the same one that shot that car up on Juella with an unauthorized weapon. Like, he's supposed to have been gone. Like, these, I think God just stepping in and getting them away. But Lord, please work quickly.
Right.
Get them all away.
Right.
Yeah, but these officers that's going through these indictments, they should have been gone.
Okay. So, I know you said Ben Raymond isn't worth anything. We already know Adrian, I just feel like he carried a title of mayor. We know he's not much of a mayor. He's a mayor for Halloween. Today Halloween. Oh, yeah. That is a good outfit. Who would have been your thought to put as chief? Because at one point in time, no lie.
Talk about the person, I don't even want to say. Who would you think?
As of right now, honestly, I don't know. Who would you? Because it's definitely not going to be, let me make sure I say this right, Gerald. Jerry can't be it. The Gerald, yeah, that's the little brother. Okay, so Jerry Bowman, no. Absolute no. So.
For what? For mayor?
Yeah.
Oh, mayor.
So before we go, a lot of people want to know about the process with you turning yourself in.
Before I turn myself in, I make sure I call my state president, my state NAACP president. I call my state rep, Colonel Cox. I called all the police jurors and the city council and let them know I had a warrant out for my arrest. And they wanted me to turn myself in that day that they sent out, but I did not. I went the next day. So me and 100 people went to the jail, to the sheriff department, and my state rep said, I don't put her in no handcuffs, don't put her in no cell, give her the same treatment you gave that judge that put a gun on them 3 black boys in his yard. Give her that same treatment. He said, because if you don't, we're not going to have it. You know?
So you got to walk through.
Yeah, and they went right there with me. They was with me. They was with me to make sure they wouldn't try to do nothing to me or try to beat me or nothing. I was nervous. I was shaking. I was nervous. I was nervous as hell. I ain't gonna lie,
Girl,
because I didn't know
oof.
what kind of warrants I had.
Right.
But my big sister Chastity Robinson, she was like, Breka, you must don't know. I got a subdivision. I don't care how much your bond could be a damn $1 million. I'm coming to get you. And she meant that.
Right.
And she meant that. So we did the fingerprint. We did the pictures for the feds. I had to do the pictures for the Desoto Parish, and I just did that. And it took about an hour and 30 minutes, and I just walked on out. But as we left, I kept getting followed. I mean, I was getting followed. I had like 4 trucks behind me.
What color?
Green, the sheriff department. They was following me all over town. Every turn I take, they taking. You know, every move I made, they was right there. But I must say, Marvin Muhammad, he was on my feet, like literally the back of my feet. If I like for real, like my shoes were coming out. Like if I move because I understand he don't know them. And he knows me.
Right.
So I wouldn't feel. I felt better, even though I know my people was there. But you know, Marvin don't care.
Yeah, oh no, the way he called me, I was like, hey, no, hell no. Oh, hell, I'm ready.
And Javon Tyler, he was there. He was suited up and booted up.
Shout out to them brothers.
Shout out to him. Yeah, I love you, Carla.
Javon Tyler.
Yeah, he
Shout out to you.
Yeah, they came. It was a lot of people there. I didn't expect for them to come. A lot of people to come, but it was a lot of.
Well,
people.
I'm really glad. I mean, especially. I mean, I know Marvin. You know, you. Feelings aside from Javon, I mean, I'm happy to know that. I'm really proud of the brother for doing it and literally step up that, because that's what it's all about. Like, forget all this other stuff. When it's time to have your feet out there, hey, it's time to do it. So I got in Marvin book because everybody had their phone off and I was calling. When that whole hour and 30 minutes, I was just like, wait, why is my phone going to voicemail? Hold on. So, but he called me back and, you know, but that's just good.
My court date is December the 9th.
December the 9th.
Yep, December the 9th is my court date. I mean, we here. I mean, voter suppression is real. It's resurfacing. And it's resurfacing in these small towns that people don't know about. And that's why I was pushing so hard last year for Green Up, because I know the Secretary of State, I know the AG, they're not going to do anything about what's going on, because we call them out, they don't come.
Right.
That you can go out there and hang out with these same criminals.
Right.
And the criminals are at SPD, the criminals are at Desoto Parish Sheriff Department. Those are the criminals.
Right.
You got more criminals there. They do, them thugs, they do drive-bys and get away.
Right, we still looking for the drugs, Ben Raymond. Where are the drugs? Where are the drugs? Where are the pills? Benjamin Raymond.
You see the steroids, yeah.
Right.
Steroids, yeah.
Talking about them drugs. Them drugs.
Yeah, so I mean, the drug dealers and killers, they wearing badge.
Right.
They wearing badge and they being protected with those badges. But you know what we can do? We can destroy this system and build our own system. And our people got to understand that we don't have to. The money that we paying them, we can use it for our own, to build our own security, our own patrolling our streets. I mean, my advisor, Minister Marvin Muhammad, with the nation, you know, we always talk about that. Like, this is what we need to do. Really, that's what we need to do. We need to destroy this system, because this system wasn't built for us. Well, it wasn't built to protect us. It was built to hurt us. So it was put in just for us. Even as Constitution, it was built to hurt us. So we can just do our own. And that's what they're afraid of, because that's what I've been telling people. I'm gonna tell you something. Every man I get in contact with, I take them to the mosque. Because sometimes, you know, when we was little, they like, oh, them Muslims so crazy. You know, they don't know what they talking about. But once you hear them speak, it don't be about hate. It don't be about hate. When you hear them speak and the plans that we have, even them growing their own food on their own farms, it make you want to push out. I'm not Muslim, but Breka Muhammad sure sound good.
Right. Right. I'm not nothing. And and when we able to get beside all those religious barriers or whatever, I think we would be a great people, because I honestly think as far as our people, religion is our generational curse. Because, oh, I'm not finna deal with her because she Muslim. Oh, she Christian. What? Lydia, Christian.
I love you.
I'm nothing. You
Yeah, I love
know, who you, and they just like, well, why you deal with her and she did with you, whatever.
And
Because
we're supposed to unite.
exactly.
And that's the thing. I don't block out the old. I don't block out the young. I don't block out the gays. I don't block out the transgenders. I don't block out anyone. I work with every entity. I work with everybody. So that's what they're afraid of. I'm bringing everybody together. We're bringing everybody together. So they're afraid of that. And you know, what's something that you don't understand, you're afraid of.
Right.
But I want these people to get out and vote, Carla. If we don't vote, we're gonna lose it all if we don't go vote the right way. Like, look at who's supporting these people on these ballots.
Right.
Because some people that supporting on these people on these ballots, are the same ones we fighting. Are the same ones we fighting every day. So, I mean, we have to go out and vote. We got to use our voice. John Lewis said the most powerful, lethal tool we can use is to vote. We got to vote. We got to vote because our life depends on it. We fighting for our democracy as we speak. I don't know what's going to happen November the 4th.
3rd.
No, the 4th.
Oh, well, yeah, the day after.
We don't know.
Oof,
We don't know what's going to happen because these people are, they trumped up.
Yeah.
Because they've been suppressed for over 100 years.
Right.
You know, someone was telling me, he was like, well, Breka, think about this. They can say, we can say coon or use racist slurs, but one time they say nigga, we all with them. They losing jobs, they losing everything. So when Trump came, he was like, y'all can do what y'all want to do. So now they already out, and they don't want to go back. So if they got to go back to what it used to be, they rather do what, you know, scary people do stupid stuff.
Right. That is true.
They do stupid stuff.
So what would you like to tell the people in closing, like, as far as your future plans and, like, what encouraging words, what message would you like to send to them?
I want them to go vote. I want them to use their voice. I want them to speak out. When you see somebody else speaking out, stand with them. I don't care if you don't like them because of whatever reason, because some of them reasons don't even be real. Stand with your people, because I'm going to stand with mine. I'm going to forever stand with mine. And what I mean by people, I mean all people. Don't matter if you blue, purple. I know they blue and purple. We all the way over there, ain't it?
Right.
Black or white.
Right.
No matter what you are. I mean all people. All people are my people.
People, right.
You know? So that's it. And go vote. Go vote.
Go vote.
Go vote.
All right.
Go
Well,
vote.
there you have it. Miss Breka Peoples.
And my movie come out today.
Okay,
Black
your
Butterfly,
movie.
Yes.
What's the name of it?
Black Butterfly.
Black Butterfly.
I'm Shayla. I'm Shayla in the movie. My best friend, she's a black butterfly. And it's a horror movie.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
What a day to come out on.
Come out
Okay,
at
well,
7 o'clock.
everybody go watch Black Butterfly. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that out on the book today. And love you, girl.
I love you too, sis.
Oh, we've taken over. We've taken over, takeover.
We done took over, take over. Jeff done hired him some people, ain't it? Jeff, can I work for you? I work for free, Jeff. He put the thumbs up. I love Jeff too.
All right, it's been real, everybody. Thank you for watching this episode of Takeover TV with Jesus and Breka.
So how did we do?
Oh, Lord.
Y'all name everybody. Everybody. Shit.